Pat, thank you. Here, Pete Sampras, the defending champion, in the first set against 6'4" Frenchman Stéphane Simeon, who's serving, trying to send the first set to a tie break. Simeon serving at 30-15, 5-6. Youngest winner ever of the U.S. Open, Pete Sampras. Straight sets a year ago over Andre Agassi. What do you think of Simeon so far here, Tony?
Well, he's got a good serve. He's a big guy, as you mentioned, 6'4". Watch when he lands, having hit his serve, he's almost to the service line. Big reach.
Game, Simeon.
Tremendous wingspan, and 6-all in the first set.
Break.
6 aces by the man from Lyon, France. Simeon had to go through 3-match qualifying just to make it to the main draw, and here he is in the 3rd round.
This is the 12-point tie break. The first player to reach 7 with at least a 2-point advantage will be the winner of this first set. Simeon went to the University of South Carolina. Played #1 singles for him for 2 years in 80-89 and the 89-90 season. You know, with the Sampras demeanor, you always look like he's pretty lackadaisical, and sometimes I don't feel he comes out and turns the screws quickly enough. You know, really try to get ahead and break the first set open. He cashed along on his serve, winning easily, and the other kid just fought and fought and fought, and here they are in a tie break. Matter of fact, Sampras just saved a break point in his last service game. This is a big kick second serve from the lefty.
Sampras.
Sampras takes one off the Simeon serve. 2-1 Sampras.
He got over the top of that ball very nicely, prepared behind it, and got the racket head over the top of the tennis ball to bring it back down.
Simeon, Tony, is ranked 257th in the world.
And his prize money, career prize, was $9,888. So he's had been around long.
Almost returned that one over the grandstand wall. 3-1 Sampras.
One of the things that Simeon's been trying to do, which I don't quite understand, is on Sampras's first serve, Simeon starts behind the baseline and he walks in. He gets in about a yard inside the baseline, and that's pretty tough. Tough way to try to handle the first serve.
Pretty courageous. It's this tremendous server. Called that one long. It looked like it was on the line.
They've corrected it. You watch as Simeon comes in here. This ball is called out and then immediately corrected. It was a good shot, and it's a tough break for Simeon because he was in the driver's seat. He was at the net. Sampras' shot had come up.
3-1 Sampras.
Wayne McEwen of Australia is the umpire. And so he just explained it to him.
They'll play it as a let.
Right. And that's a bad break for the Frenchman, who now lives in Lyon, France.
3-1 Sampras.
Ace. 4-1 Sampras.
His 3rd ace here in the first set. Tony, you picked Sampras to successfully defend his title here at the U.S. Open, but an injury-plagued year since winning here a year ago, but starting to come on here in August.
Well, that's one of the reasons I would not have picked him a month and a half ago, but he's had good success the last 3 tournaments before the Open. He won 2 and was a finalist in the other one, and he's injury-free. That's a key. So he's happy and he's playing well.
4-2.
There's ace number 7 for Simeon. They'll switch sides now. 4-2 Sampras.
Our Next match here after this one is between Wheaton and Martin. So Sampras, if he advances, should play Wheaton. If all goes well, and then you see Masur and Emilio Sanchez, Yared, and Courier. So an interesting part of the draw. Some pretty good American tennis players in that set too. Remember what many years ago they were saying, what's happened to American tennis?
Just a whole bunch of them now.
Fine return there.
5-2.
Yeah, really, that one
Sampras.
quarter of the draw, Tony, with Courier, Wheaton, Sampras. Only one of the Americans will survive if things go as expected to the semifinals here. 5-2 Sampras, first set tiebreak.
Good aggressive play by Simeon. Bit of a do-or-die kind of an effort when you take that return of serve so early.
No! 5-3 Sampras. No! Second serve.
That was good. Yeah, hit right in the corner. Very, very close. Simeon doesn't like the call, but he was diving for the ball. Watch him here. He's diving. Pretty hard to tell. It appeared to be right in the corner. When you're 6'4" and can't reach it, it really threads the needle. He doesn't like the call.
He'll serve now. Sampras a point away from the set. First set tiebreak.
7-6.
7-3 in the tiebreak for Sampras. And the defending champion and 6th seed claims the first set. Sampras is trying to make it a straight set victory against Stéphane Simeon from France. We're in a third set tiebreak. 2-2 in the third set. Sampras having won the first 2 sets.
3-2. Simeon.
Simeon now 3-2. Sampras to serve the next 2. Tony, your thoughts so far on this match?
Well, Sampras has served fairly well, but he's been erratic off the ground and somewhat lackadaisical. That is his style. And it would make you a little nervous. I don't think this kind of a match should go in 2 tie breaks in 3 sets, but that's what's happened.
4-2 Simeon.
You're playing a big guy that's got good reach. He's awkward in ways. We got a good serve, and you don't get any feel. You don't get any rhythm. But Sampras is ranked so much higher that he should dispatch a guy like this more easily than he has. And now he's serving at 2-4 in the tiebreak in the third set.
Again, Sampras, the defending champion, the 6th seed here. Simeon ranked 257th in the world. Had to go through a qualifying to make it to the main draw.
Sampras serving 84% this set. That's what's kept him in it.
Double fault for Sampras. 5-2 Simeon.
It's just what you don't want to happen because you know, all of a sudden you're in a dogfight. Now it's 2-1. The big Frenchman says, geez, maybe I can beat this guy after all.
Nice backhand for Sampras.
5-3 Simeon.
Here's another look. You watch Sampras get this return early, gets over the top of it, and gets a real good angle.
6-3 Simeon.
So 3 set points now for the Frenchman. You know, Tim, when you play to win this thing, Jim, 5 or 7 matches overall, it's just you know, you just want to grind it out as quickly as you can and get in the locker room.
6-4, Simeon.
Sampras saves one of them. 6-4, Simeon. Two more set points for Simeon. There it is, third set to the
Third
qualifier.
set. Simeon 7-6.
119th time Simeon has come to the net. Good deep approach. Not a bad try by Sampras, but he's out of position, can't recover. And Simeon wins the third set. Two sets to one to Sampras.
All right, Pat, this match perhaps close to ending at the grandstand. Sampras leading 2-1, and Sampras leading here in the fourth set 5-2. We're at 15 all. Simeon serving.
And I wouldn't think that Sampras will be pleased with his performance today. He felt he was playing well, but he really hasn't played that well today. Obviously happy to get out with the win. I think that Pete needs to come out smoking a little bit more. Just, you know, right off the bat, try to get ahead of these kind of players and bury them early. Sampras actually has only broken Simeon served twice. He broke it for 1-love lead in the second set, and it held up. Then he broke it in this fourth set at 3-1.
15-30. Now we've got double match point.
2 hours and 43 minutes. They've been on court.
Pete never had his serve broken today.
Okay.
30-40. In match point.
Deuce.
Two wins in August for Sampras, one in Los Angeles, and he won in Indianapolis, knocking out Boris Becker in the finals. His first two wins since last year's Open victory here.
Advantage, Sampras.
You know, he suffered from shin splints. He had some blisters. He had a ruptured right calf muscle, a pulled hamstring muscle. And so those are things that he fought. He probably played a little bit too much after he won here last year, and his body just sort of broke down on him a little bit.
Got another match point here.
Good gambling second serve that time by the Frenchman.
Advantage, Sampras.
Sampras goes under this return of serve, pulls it down the line, and the placement was the key there. Watch early preparation. Though he put a little backspin on the ball, he drove through it, so he had some forward thrust.
Just like in the Steffi Graf match that preceded this one, Simeon able to pulled off a few match points. Back to deuce.
That's good work. He huffed and puffed, but he got back to knock that deep topspin lob off. This was a miss hit, had a lot of top. You see him backing all the way up, and he did a heck of a job to get that kind of pace on the smash. Good wrist snap at the last minute.
And a save for Simeon. That's the game for him now. 5-3. Sampras will serve for the match. Big man here from Lyon, 6'4". Just turned pro in January after getting a degree at the University of South Carolina.
That's about the way he's been trying to do it the entire match. He tries to block the Sampras return serve, get in, and hope that he can fluster Pete.
He has not, however, again, broken Sampras's serve the entire match. 1-37 in a tiebreak.
Seaman was hoping that the serve would be called out. He sort of made eye contact with the linesman, asked me, he said, yeah, it was good.
30 love.
Probably the one bright spot in this match for Sampras when he reflects on it will be that he has served well. He hasn't been broken at all. But I don't think he'll be pleased with his stroke production, the success of his ground strokes and returns of serve. Too many mistakes.
Triple match points.
I've had the feeling throughout this match that Sampras feels like he can win it any time he wants. And it's a dangerous attitude, I think.
Ends it with his signature. The service ace.
6-7.
Guess he felt like at that time.
That's right.
On to the round of 16 for Sampras. He awaits the winner of Todd Martin and David Wheaton, who will be next up on the grandstand. 2 hours, 49 minutes. Sampras in 4. And let's go back now to Tim Ryan.
Well, all right, Jim. Not the best performance so far in the tournament by Pete Sampras, but beating the qualifier Simeon, moving along. His first 2 matches, he was much more efficient than he was today, but nonetheless, he's the defending champion, and he's now into the round of 16 with a victory over the young Frenchman, a qualifier, Stéphane Simeon. Here's a look at the draw. He awaits the winner of the match coming up. David Wheaton is also in fine form. He's playing another American, Todd Martin, and hopefully we'll get some of that action for you here before we go off the air. We've still got lots of time. What time is it? 5 o'clock. We got another hour with you this afternoon, and we'll be back at the U.S. Open after this word from your local station.
You have been playing your best tennis of the year this summer. Do you feel like you're going to be peaking at the right time next week?
Hopefully. I play the winner of David Wheaton and Todd Martin. My first 2 rounds I thought I played much better than I did today. I was playing a guy I'd never seen play before. I've never really heard of him, and I kind of struggled a little bit in the 3rd set, and I really didn't return quite as well as I would have liked, but I served well and pulled it out.
Weren't even sure of his first name.
Well, he qualified, and obviously he was playing good tennis. He won 3 matches and beat Fleury and Curran, so obviously he was playing good tennis.
How different has this experience been for you to return as defending champion?
Well, it's certainly much different than last year. Last year I was kind of working my way up in the ranks, and to come back and having the expectations much higher than last year was a bit difficult. But you know, if I just worry about playing my tennis and not worry about the situation, not playing for you know, the press or the fans, just play for yourself, and that's what I've been trying to do.
Forrest Becker, of course, was in your half of the draw. How shocked were you by what happened to him this afternoon?
A bit shocked. I saw a little bit of the match, and Harhus obviously he plays quite well in New York and beating McEnroe a couple years ago. And you know, I saw a little bit of, and you know, Becker really didn't seem like he was really into it, really fighting. And you know, it's tough sometimes. You know, a lot of pressure on you, and Harhus really had nothing to lose, and he lost the match.
All right, good luck in the next round.